So if we say that B'shach V'kumecha means Krishma, so remember it's a Kriya Min HaTorah. Yeshaim, some say, Sheparsha Yisrael Bavadim Min HaTorah. Only the first of the three Parsha Min HaTorah. U'Masha Nema Parsha Shniya U'B'shach V'kumecha B'divrei Torah Kos Medaber. It's not to say Krishma, to say Shema Yisrael, but to learn Torah. V'yeshamim shegam parsha beis, the second parsha, he min HaTorah, and then there's a third opinion, which is the most lenient one. V'yeshamim sheposuk rishon b'vada shu Shema Yisrael hu min HaTorah. Umar shenema v'dibalta bom u'b'shachcha u'v'kumecha hu musav al pasuk rishon bavad of Shema Yisrael. Avo Pasha Tzitzis, the third Pasha, she'tiknua mishum schiras yitzias Mitzrayim. The whole Pasha over there is because to remember the yitzias Mitzrayim. The divrei hakol hi midivrei sofim. K'may Shemaski Yitzias Mitzrayim Bifnei Atzmai. To Meshikosu B'Simas Samazayim, Ubal Nefesh, to say an El Chayid, in other words, Yachmir L'Atzmai B'Shel Torah, being that it's a question if it's Min HaTorah. So the question is just Shema Yisrael Min HaTorah? Is the first Parsha Min HaTorah? Is the second Parsha Min HaTorah? She says that Ubal Nefesh Yachmir L'Atzmai B'Shel Torah B'chol Masha Negei L'Maisa B'chilukei Svaras Elu K'moshes B'ayel L'Faneinu.
So what does that mean?
It means you should try to do all three, all two Shema Yisrael
And B'Hayu.
Yeah.
But isn't there a mitzvah of the remembering Zechat Tzidus time every day?
Good, but it's not.
Why did it say that Midrabban? That he was Midrabban, not Midrabaisa?
Say it together with Krishna is Drabonim. The mitzvah Zechira is every day, but to
not
say
necessarily tied into Krishna.
Right. Zman Krishna Shashachas. What is the time of Krishna in the morning? Min HaTorah hu b'she'ora amoid hashachar. When the break of dawn, or what they call the morning star. She'oz mixes b'nei odom begilim lokum mimitosam. Then there's people already are beginning to get up from sleeping. V'yafapi shehemu otam. Most people don't get up that early. Harei omer Torah uvekumecha loshen yochad. So we're talking about the individual. Loimer sheholchen af loshen yochad. Loimer sheholchen af acher hamiyot. That we follow the miyot. Avu akayra kaidam l'kaim. Someone that reads Krishna before Alois HaShachar, Lo Yotza Yideicha V'asai Min HaTorah. She'af she'mikzus b'nei Odom komim gam kein kaidam Alois HaShachar. There are people that get up even earlier.
He's saying that you only worry about the few.
Yeah. So he says, Mikruhu means it's a happening. It happens such a thing, but it's not a time when a large segment get up. Ve'ein hochen achara. V'achomim osu hachaka וגדר ותקנו שלא יקרו לכתחילה עד שור שדרכן של רוב בני אדם לקום ממיתוסם. דהיינו, when is that? שיוער היום. It says to say, the Alois HaShach is still dark. So they're saying that the Racham made it Akona that you shouldn't read right away when you get up because it's dark yet. So you should wait till it gets a little bit light. And he's going to explain now what does it mean, the little bit of light.
So what do people, some people that you see them, they daven 6 o'clock in the morning, people daven very early in the morning.
No.
And he says over there, also and they made a takana that you say Krishma whenever most people wake up. So how do they daven?
No. First of all, he said that so we go according to a miyut, not necessarily a rabbin. It's what's called you have in your day like a miyut hamotzu. I mean, there's such a thing as a miyut which is common. So same thing, the people that get up 6 o'clock, let's say, they're a miyut, but it's already a sizable miyut. But he's saying now, what they said that they made a gather in the takana is even not to read by Alois HaShachar. We wait till it gets a little bit light. That's what he's going to explain now. He says over here, he shouldn't add sheyira es chaveiroi b'rochok dal adamas v'yakirenu. That means that if you meet a friend, you have to understand. I'm always certain that when the Zman Shulchan they didn't have street lights.
Right.
It wasn't street.
Right.
So they worked by candles.
Right.
So Alois HaShachar is very dark,
Right.
and a little bit after Alois HaShachar, it's like about 15 minutes after Alois HaShachar, it begins already to lighten up a little bit. So if you had a friend that's in the street, then he's soon explaining what type of friend we're talking about, and you if you see him, Berachah Dal Adamus, that's not far. That means if I'm standing here and he's standing there, this is already Dal Adamus. And I can recognize him. That's called Mishiyakir. When you can recognize. So he says, and it has to be V'yakirenu. So he says, Sheyira es chaveirei berachah Dal Adamus V'yakirenu, and I recognize him. V'hu sherogu ima k'tzas. He knows him. They're friendly. They know each other. She'im rogu ima habe yakirenu afilu merachek habe. If it's one that's like his son or his relative, he'll recognize even a bigger distance. V'im einu rogu ima kal. If he's one that he doesn't know him at all, lo yakirenu afilu b'korev. He wouldn't even recognize. Not unless they bunk into each other. But not if it's Daled Amos away, that he wouldn't recognize him. Now, how is it possible someone that you don't know at all? So he gives an example. Kemoi Achsanya. If it's someone that's not from this area, and he comes over as a guest, and remember, so you know him when he comes a few times a year, and Sharogu Lover locates eat him. He has certain times when he comes. So that person, if it's this man where it's already a little bit light, and you could see him, Berachah Daled Amos, which is not very far a distance, so that's this man that the Chacham said that you should read Krishma. Why did the Chacham say it? Because the Chacham didn't want that you should read before Alois HaShachar. If we say that by Alois HaShachar could read, and Alois HaShachar is dark yet, so you wouldn't, people would be reading before. So they made this takana that you should wait, they came already a little bit light already, so you know for sure that it's after Alois Shachar. Now he goes on to say,
How long?
so this is when it starts the chiyuv. Then he says v'nimshach, and how long does it last? How long does it stretch out? Zmana atzayv gimel shois, till the end of 3 hours on the day. Me'alois hashachar, shehu tchilas zmana min hatayra. Now, it's 3 hours on the day from Alois hashachar. Why did they give such a long period to be mekayim the mitzvah of Kriyishma? He said, there are some people sheregilim lokum mimitosam beside gimel shois. If the day starts 6 o'clock, so they get up around 9 o'clock.
Like most people in Granite.
Kagain b'nei menachochem.
Yeah.
And a lot of people hold that the Gemara says kol yisol b'nei menachochem. So now he says that v'shos elu heim zmaniyos. This is called shos zmaniyos. Shos zmaniyos means a day has 12 hours. Every day has 12 hours. Every night has 12 hours. So shos zmaniyos means that not an hour of 60 minutes, but you broke up the day. Like if you take the day, which goes from Alois hashachar, he doesn't say it over here, but because without the other sheet is different than what it says over here, our sheet. Some count from Alois hashachar to Tzesek Chavim, and our sheet is that we count from Netzachama to Shkiyas Achamos. So the difference is that if you count from Alois hashachar to Netzachama, so the day is a longer day. If the day is a longer day, so then if you divide it, the day could be like about 14 hours. And if you divide it by 12, so an hour will come out to be about an hour and 15 minutes. So on one hand, now, according to the way we paskin out, the Rebbe sheet, the Vilna Gaon paskin that way, that we count from Netzachama till the Shkia. So the day could be in the winter mashal, the day could be shorter, and it'll be, let's say, 11 hours. And then if you divide the 11 hours by 12, so it'll come out, let's say, to 52 minutes an hour. So on one hand, if you're listening to what I'm saying, it sounds like it's easier. Which is better? Which gives you more time? Here you have an hour of 52 minutes, and here you have an hour of 75 minutes. Yeah. But still, the shorter hour is better than the longer hour. Why? Because the longer hour starts from Alois hashachar. So maybe it finishes much before the hour, the shorter hour that starts from Netzachama.
So at the end of the day,
in other words, if you let's say Alois hashachar is 6 o'clock, and if you're going to add 3 hours of 1 hour and 15 minutes, so you have 9:45. Right. Netzachama is an hour and a quarter after Alois hashachar. So if you're going to count, if you're going to add 3 hours zmaniyos of 52 minutes, taka, being that you started first around 7:30, so it'll go up to 10 o'clock. Mm-hmm. That's why. If you look at in the places where they have calendars,
you mean in the summer days? The summer days, you mean? The days are longer.
It makes no difference. I was just saying. And now the days are shorter. Mm-hmm. So according to the Alter Rebbe Shita, I think there's one Krishna, what I looked up this week, it's something like 9:15. And the other Shita is 8:40, let's say. Right.
That's the thing with the Kiddush is the Mishra Zman is also they say, but the prophet
That's a different question. If you can't, that's a different question. I don't want to get
there
into.
was a time they said that it was Mishra Zman.
Some people say that, but the popular thing is 6 and 7.
6 and 7, right?
Yeah.
Not to make Kiddush from 6 and 7.
Okay, so let's see over here. Okay, just off in the beginning. V'nimshach zamana, the time goes on. At Tzayv Gimel Shois, me'alais ha'shacha, shehu haschola tchilas zamana min ha'tayra, l'fi sheyesh ketzas b'nei adam sheregilim lokum mimitosam b'Tzayv Gimel Shois al hayom kegoyim b'nei melachim ukiyetza b'hem. These hours are not 60 minutes. Nahem zmaniyos. Shekol yaim bein orav bein kotzer. Nechak gets divided the yud beis shois. V'nimsa v'olam revia hayom huzman kishron. Because he's saying 3 hours. So if the day has 12 hours, 3 hours is a quarter of the day. So to a quarter is always one kishron. Bein b'yayim aruch, bein b'yayim katza. V'achein tzorach lizohar b'mois ha'chayrev in the winter, like now. L'ma ha'likar kishron to be speedy to read kishron. Shehayayim katza, u'revi hayayim hu katza. It's a shorter period, so that's why all even people that daven shachos late, like there's a minyanim till 11, 12 later. That's a different shayla because shachos itself you could daven till chatzos, but they have to read Krishma beforehand. They have to read Krishma 9 o'clock. The teretz to Zman Tefillah also has a time. You could read up to, but Zman Tefillah also has a time. Zman Tefillah we'll learn later is an hour more. But what's the teretz, Marshall? People davening shachos late. We're not talking about people that that just raise the charum and at the end before it gets night they chap and put on tefillin. I mean. Talking about people that do the regular, the tendency is because they were preparing themselves for davening.
All this time.
Just like the Seder Yeshiva. The Seder Yeshiva starts, I believe, 7:30, and from 7:30 to 9 is chsidus. Then there's month to go to the mikveh. So it's all preparation for davening. Being this preparation, that's why they daven later. But some of they just. To do everything else and to daven late, that's already questionable. Okay. I once said that why we're going to before when Eliezer brought Yitzchak, brought Rivka back to Rivka, so state that Vayetze Yitzchak l'suach b'sober. It means he went out to daven. And then it said that Rivka was riding on Dani, and she said, "Tipol malach hamor." She fell off. Why did she fall off? What happened over here? She fell off. Teretz says, but she knew that Avram was Masak Meshachos. So, Vayetze Yitzchak Super me, he wanted to daven mincha. He was Masak mincha, right. But she didn't know yet about mincha then, because she didn't know Yitzchak. So she thought that he's davening now shachos. When she saw that, she got so excited that she fell off the camel. But people,